Having a unique, personal, and Instagram fabulous event is what it's all about. Here to share this year's hottest trends from Weddingbells is Alison McGill. Looking amazing.
Thank you. Well, we brought all the pretty today.
Yes.
2019 means new wedding season and new wedding trends, and it's one of my favorite times of the year because we get everyone inspired about busting out of pink and blush and all of those kind of pretty standard things that people have been doing in weddings, and that's my job. I'm here to get people inspired.
And you do every single time, because every single time you bring something so new that we would have never thought in a million years is going to be hot for weddings, starting with that very interesting looking grass at the front.
Yes, okay, so pampas grass. Mandy Moore had her wedding in November. Pampas grass was already trending. Mandy Moore took it over the top.
Okay.
So it's a really nice, natural, soft effect that's going on here. And I love all the neutral tones in it. A lot of people say, oh, it feels autumnal. It just feels very natural and eco-friendly to me.
It does.
This is by Timberlost, and it is just soft and beautiful, and I love the orchids going on here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna also point to this arrangement, which is also, it's in the tradition of ikebana, floral arrangement.
Okay.
So it's very minimalist, you know, it's from the Japanese culture, and it's a little wacky and it's a little different, but again, this is trending. That's what it's all about. Make it different with your wedding. Make a statement.
Absolutely. So we saw like our move into wildflowers, and now it's almost like you just went and picked your neighbor's yard.
Right.
Like we're just getting more and more natural.
And you can actually, a lot of florists pick this material right, you know, roadside or in a field, so it's really sustainable, but it's cool, and you can have it in your bouquet. You can have, and you know, it's really great, and I think it looks really beautiful. You just wouldn't think, right?
You wouldn't think.
You wouldn't think.
You wouldn't think.
So let's also talk about some florals. Fruit and florals are a big thing. So, you know, think about doing a huge Mediterranean spread on your table. If you go to weddingbells.ca, we have some amazing photos, but I translated that trend into boutonnieres for the gents.
Oh, nice.
So we have like little fruit and nuts, little hot chili peppers, limes. We have, it's just different. And again, we have a little natural vibe going here with a burlap tie.
Love it. And very different. So are we going to talk cake?
We're going to talk cake now. So let's talk about these guys here. It's the tableau of cake. So thank you, Harry and Meghan. They inspired this trend. So this is a kind of a fun way to like deconstruct the tiers of a cake. Right? So it's a beautiful presentation. I like that they're simple. I love the fresh florals on top. It's a very English, a very old school kind of presentation. And you can get really ornate with your cake plates and decorations. Meghan and Harry had gold and it was very embellished. We took it a little simpler here today.
That's lovely, but that means you can have so many cakes. Exactly. Like you have all the little layers and you have so many different toppers that you can do. You can really play with that if you've got several of them.
More is more with the cake, right?
Why not?
A cake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I say. So for the classicist, white is never going away. So we've reinvented it a little bit here. We've got some lime greens in this centerpiece. This is from Henna Floral. Nice. Paper and post invitations, like very classic with touches of gold. Gold is not going anywhere.
Yeah, this is absolutely lovely. You know, an all white floral arrangement will never look bad. It always looks gorgeous.
You know, greenery is not going away either, but again, we've reinvented it a bit with these tulip these parrot tulips.
Parrot tulips. I would have jumped in, but I don't know what that is.
Yeah, you're like, what are you talking about, Allison? So yeah, very classic and beautiful.
Okay.
Churros are the new donuts.
Let's talk about this. So we went through a donut thing and people were having donut cakes and I was very excited for that.
And donut walls.
And donut walls. So now do we have churro walls?
No, we don't. So
okay.
Donut walls are still happening and they're fun, but churros are kind of like, everybody kind of likes that kitschy kind of comfort food. So you can, you know, serve it in these really cute little takeout containers. We have some dipping sauce. You can put some sprinkles on them. Lots of fun.
I love it.
These smell amazing.
Yes, they do.
So we're going to talk about pink color schemes. These cookies are from Truffle Toronto, who also did these tableau of cakes.
Beautiful.
So pink has been on the radar for some time. We've been in a millennial pink kind of wave for some time. That's not the pink we're in this time. It's any shade but millennial or blush pink. Okay. So we've got like hot pinks and fuchsias and some softness. We've even blended some red in there. Yeah. Pink is a huge wedding color. Love this. We've got just some ribbons you can decorate your bouquets with. stationery, little flower pots, which are great takeaway gifts for your guests.
Nice. So we're talking about a punch of pink. We're talking about fuchsia, bubblegum, all of the brights.
Exactly, all of the brights.
Yeah, nice.
And then let's talk about this cake, because it's one of my favorites. This is by Rococo Butter, and I call this the graffiti cake. So
That's
it's like,
so cool.
It's mismatched patterns.
Yeah.
We actually took like a graphic and had the cake artist recreated in this middle tier.
Oh my
So
gosh.
it's like mixing and matching and just having some fun, because this is, again, what we're talking about here. Have some fun, have some personality. Never a better time to get married. I seem to say that every year, but every year everybody gets more creative.
There's two things that you want to do right now. Maybe have babies, because the stuff is incredible, and maybe have a wedding, even if you have no one to marry.
That's
just
right.
do it.
Yeah, just do it.
Look what you can have.
Yes.
Like this, when I look at this cake, you know what I think? I think fashion. There's something very fashion about it, and so let's talk about fashion.
Let's.
Because brides are really stepping out when it comes to what they're wearing, and it's not necessarily the traditional gown.
It is not. So we're going to talk athleisure.
Yes.
You and I chatted about this a little bit before. You said, a tracksuit, really, Allison? and I'd say yes.
So you say yes.
We did some shots for our 2019 Trends Guide,
Look at
and
that.
it's a lace tracksuit.
I actually love it.
Yeah, I love it too.
I actually love it.
You're probably not going to wear it for the primary.
No,
you're going to wear it for the secondary.
Yes.
But we made it funky. We put some statement jewelry with it. We did some great jeweled cuffs, a stiletto heel, great high pony, super sleek, and very unconventional, and a lot of New York designers showed that.
Just like that, you've won me over.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, I love it. I would do that for the reception in a heartbeat.
And then contradictory, we have the new minimalism.
Okay.
So this is gowns that are beautiful, elegant silhouettes, no lace, no crystals, no pearls, no detailing.
Right.
You know, again, let's harken back to Meghan Markle. She made simplicity so very accessible, and she changed the pendulum with bridal fashion. So I love that idea, and again, you can really take it super simple with your accessories, or you can go statement with them. And this kind of gown really does beg for a veil, which is also a huge trend.
Oh, lovely. And it just means also probably your look is going to be timeless. The more simpler and minimalist you go, the more that it stands up sort of 20, 30, 40 years later.
Absolutely. And if you want to have a 70-foot veil like Priyanka Chopra, well, then you can.
Do that too.
You can.
Thank you for bringing the glamour, Allison.
Thanks, Tracy.